The world of Maisha is getting an exciting makeover. We're giving your channel a dedicated touch to enhance your viewing experience. Finding what you want, loving it has never been this easy.
Your capacity. The problem is leadership.
My name is Rida Chebet Kering.
Welcome home to your dedicated channel, where you choose it, watch it, and love it. It's your season.
Good evening, you're watching Maisha Prime News. My name is Rida Chebet Kering, and as usual, after this I'll be coming back with Maisha Prime Talk, and today it's gonna be fire as we'll be talking about politics specifically. We'll be focusing on President Uhuru Kenyatta's visit to Western region. Here is what to expect tonight.
Mtaingizwa kwa huo mradi ndio muwe mnasaidia community na pia mnajisaidia nyinyi wenyewe, kwa sababu mko na ile mnaweka kwa mfuko yenu pia kusaidia jamii zenu. Si ni namna hiyo?
The teenagers who have sought prenatal services are 11,000. This is shocking, extremely shocking. We need to wake up and face this challenge once and for all.
Welcome. President Uhuru Kenyatta has today unveiled the first locally manufactured malaria rapid diagnostic kit at the Kemri Wellcome Trust Research Program in Kilifi. The head of state launched the Kenya Malaria Youth Army at Mtondia, Kilifi County, a group that will be involved in spraying malaria breeding zones using drones. President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is on an official visit, was accompanied by Kilifi Governor Amason Kingi, the health CS Mutahi Kagwe, and other senior county and national government officials. Let's get the full report from Bushebi Jr.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has called for the intensification of fight against malaria and other diseases ravaging Africa even as the continent tackles COVID-19 pandemic. The head of state spoke on Thursday at the Kenya Medical Research Institute Welcome Trust Station in Kilifi County, where he unveiled the first locally manufactured malaria rapid diagnostics kit developed by the institute.
Huu mradi tutauweka maanani, na nimesema na nimeambia wale ambao wanahusika, kwa sababu ule mradi wetu wa kazi mtaani ambao umetusaidia sana kulete usafi katika mitaa yetu, miji yetu, vijiji yetu. Huo mradi sasa tutahakikisha ya kwamba nyinyi vijana ambao ndio jeshi yetu ya kupambana na malaria mtaingizwa kwa huo mradi, ndio muwe mnasaidia community na pia mnajisaidia nyinyi wenyewe, kwa sababu mko na ile mnaweka kwa mfuko yenu pia kusaidia jamii zenu. Si ni namna hiyo? Na hivi karibuni mtasikia mambo haya yakitangazwa ya kwamba jeshi yetu ya malaria itaingizwa ndani ya huo mradi wa kazi mtaani, ambapo wakati sasa hii bajeti mpya ikianza, nyinyi mtakuwa ndani yake ya? Jeshi la malaria iingiane na jeshi ya usafi, na ndio tujenge taifa letu la Kenya, na ndio tuweze kusaidia wananchi wetu na wananchi na vijana wenyewe waweze kujisaidia na kujisimamia. Si ni hivyo? Mko tayari? Mko tayari kwa kazi? Mimi nasema Mungu awabariki, awaongoze, na sina shaka ya kwamba mkipambana na muweke makini, huu ugonjwa tutaumaliza na Wakenya wataishi kwa njia ya afya ambaye inastahili Mkenya wa kisasa.
The head of state hailed KEMRI for its leading role in the fight against malaria in Kenya and challenged the research institution to continue innovating technology-driven methods of defeating the vector-borne disease. President Kenyatta is the current chairman of the African Leaders Malaria Alliance, called for collaboration of African countries in the fight against malaria, noting that no single country can eradicate the disease on its own. The head of state also is set to issue 2,169 title deeds to residents of Kaloleni in Kilifi County. President Uhuru Kenyatta arrived on Thursday at Kasidi Primary School to preside over the function while on a development tour at the coastal region.
Imekuwa swala ambayo imekuwa kidonda kwa siasa zetu hapa pwani, na ndipo nikasema ya kwamba mimi sitaendelea na swala la ardhi. Jukumu langu kama rais ni kulete jibu kwa hiyo swala. Na ikiwa unajua pahali ambapo unaishi hakuna mtu anaweza kuja kesho kukutimua, ni kumaanisha utaanza safari ya kujijengea nyumba yako mzuri. Utaanza safari ya kulima ukijua ya kwamba unaweza upande mnazi wako ama mkorosho wako, ukijua ya kwamba kesho huko sio tu kupanda yale ambao unajua nikija kutimuliwa nitakuwa nimechukua maharago yangu, nimechukua mahindi yangu. Sasa unaweza kupanga shamba yako ukifikiria mbele.
The president was accompanied by cabinet secretaries Fred Matiang'i and Farida Karuni of Lands, and was received by area governor Amason Jeffa Kingi and several Kilifi county leaders. Since 2013, President Kenyatta's administration embarked on solving historical land question in the country through intensified issuance of title deeds. So far, the government has issued over 5 million title deeds since 2013. Besides individual landowners and group ranches, the government has also issued title deeds for community land across the country so as to address disputes arising out of its use. In April, the Ministry of Lands unveiled Ardhi Sasa, a digital land information management system which marked the end of manual land transactions. The new system was designed to enhance the security of land records, speed up land transactions, and curb fraud. For Maisha TV, it's Bushabi Jr.
And the National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi was on Wednesday in Idamat, Kajiado County, where he urged residents to support his bid for 2022 presidency. Muturi, who has been on a countrywide blitz to popularize his bid, says for far too long elected leaders have been letting down the country, pledging to deploy equalization funds to marginalized regions.
The sky will be the limit kwa yale ambayo tunaweza pata katika nchi yetu. Kwa hivyo ile muhimu sana ni kuuliza viongozi, tafadhalini shikaneni. Pita ati unataka wadhifa huu, mwingine anataka ule, haina maana. Kuna haki ya kila mtu kuomba kitu chochote. Hakuna mtu ambaye amekatazwa. Kuna pesa nyingine ambayo seneti yetu imekaa sana bila kufanya kazi ile ambayo inatakiwa kufanya. Ile pesa ya equalization fund. Na sasa sheria zake tumepitisha juzi. Hiyo pesa inatakiwa kufaidi sana sehemu kama hizi.
And now to matters education, the Education CS George Magoa has announced a reduction in secondary school fees due to the short nature of the 2021 school calendar. The national schools will pay 8,500 shillings less, while the extra county and county schools will pay 5,500 less. If implemented, the directive will mean the national schools will now pay 45,054 shillings, while the extra county and county schools will pay 35,030. Magoa further warned school heads against hiking fees when schools reopen. He spoke today at the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development during the launch of the 2021 Elimu scholarships. The primary and secondary schools are set to reopen on July 26th for the first term of 2021, which will span only for 30 weeks compared to traditional school calendar that runs from about 39 weeks, that is between July and March next year. The calendar is an adjustment of the traditional January-December school cycle that was altered by the closure of learning institutions in March last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
I have been shown fee situations where people are demanding that you go with the 5,000 shillings first term in primary school before you go to school. That school is not yours. The school belongs to government. The children belong to government. You yourself, you belong to government. Who do you think you are that you are punishing our children?
And over 1,100 teenage girls aged between 12 and 19 years have been impregnated in Trans Nzoia County in 6 months. Revealing the statistics, Governor Patrick Hayamba said that the figures obtained from the Ministry of Education was shocking. He challenged all stakeholders to take up their positions to tame the challenge. Hayamba said if the trend is not corrected, then the future of such girls is not assured, since the majority of them will drop out of school and be forced into early marriages. Governor Hayamba said that legal action should also be taken against adult men that would take advantage of young girls and end up impregnating them, threatening their lives, education, and future.
This was not a scholarship to give you the comfort of being in school for 4 years. It was a scholarship, a tool to give you the means of achieving that dream.
From the records in my hospitals, the teenagers who have sought prenatal services are 11,000. This is shocking, extremely shocking. We need to wake up and face this challenge once and for all.
And Western Kenya leaders have started preparing to receive President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is expected to tour the region next month. The Devolution Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa has asked the residents of Western Region to get ready for the head of state's development tour, during which he is expected to launch several projects in the region. Bushebi Jr. with that report.
Western Kenya leaders have started preparing to welcome President Uhuru Kenyatta, who accordingly is planning a tour of the region next month. Devolution Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa has asked residents to get ready for the head of state's development tour, during which he is expected to launch several projects. Mr. Wamalwa said preparations for the visit will focus on the commissioning of key development projects, including the planned construction of the 100 million shillings Kakamega Gold Refinery in Kolomani constituency. President Kenyatta is also expected to tour Kakamega, Vihiga, Busia, Bungoma and Trans Nzoia County. Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya confirmed the president's planned visit, but said preparations were being handled by State House in Nairobi. The Kakamega County Chief is expected to convene a meeting of leaders from the region next week and discuss the logistics of the visit.
Tunataka rais mwenyewe akuja hapa vile amekuwa Kisumu. Wakati alikuwa Kakamega tulikuwa na Mashujaa Day 2019. Hatukuwa na mipango vile tumekuwa na mipango saa hii. Wakati huo mambo ya handshake saa hiyo ilikuwa haijashika sana, lakini saa hii ndio imeshika, na kwa sababu pia amekuja siku ya madaraka.
An aide to Governor Oparanya said the meeting will be attended by all leaders from the region, irrespective of their party affiliations. The planned tour comes hot on the heels after the president's visit to Nyanza recently, which attracted murmurs from Western region residents who felt sidelined.
Nataka kumshukuru Governor Oparanya kwa kazi ambaye tumeona kwa muda mchache ameweza kufanya, kubadilisha maisha ya wakaaji wa Kakamega. Baadaye tutaenda kuangalia hospitali ambayo inajengwa hapa, tuone vile tutasaidiana.
The planned tour comes hot on the heels of the president's visit to Nyanza recently, which attracted murmurs from Western region residents who felt sidelined. It also comes when divisions have intensified among key local politicians as campaigns ahead of next year's presidential poll take shape.
Fisi akitaka kula watoto wake anaanza kuwaambia wananuka kama mbuzi. Akirudi kwa nyumba anasema anasikia harufu ya mbuzi hapa.
ANC leader Musalia Mudavadi and his Ford Kenya counterpart Moses Wetangula are pushing to popularize One Kenya Alliance, while Mr. Oparanya, who is also ODM deputy leader, has asked voters in the region not to back the coalition in 2022. It will attend the planned leaders meeting to come up with a common agenda to present to Mr. Kenyatta. Aside from the Kakamega Gold Refinery, other key projects likely to be on Mr. Kenyatta's itinerary include the construction of a granite factory in Vihiga County and the 1.7 billion shillings Vihiga Cluster Water Project funded by the Belgian government. He is also expected to inspect the 6 billion shillings Kakamega Teaching and Referral Hospital. The first phase cost 2.5 billion shillings and the facility was to open its doors by June this year, but inadequate funding has delayed the commissioning of the project. The Kakamega County government is reported to have approached the national government to take over the project, which will serve as a referral facility in Western Kenya. The troubled Mumias Sugar Company is also expected to feature prominently during the president's tour. Leaders from the region have been piling pressure on the government to intervene and ensure the debt-ridden Miller is revived. Mr. Wamalwa, who spoke in Kakamega on Monday during the commissioning of the Kakamega fish processing plant, asked leaders in the region to avoid engaging in toxic politics if they expect residents to benefit from development initiatives by the government and other investors. Reporting for Maisha TV, I'm Bushabe Jr.
Well, and about this, tonight we'll be having a hot talk about this. Make sure you don't miss out. And moving on, the government is now calling on investors to venture in the import and export sector in Lamu Port after the pilot trial transshipment of cargo from Zanzibar to Saudi Arabia was accomplished. The first cargo consisted of 62 full containers. Kenya's largest port acting boss John Mwangemi said that this milestone will mark the start of Lamu Port's diversification to address the region's growing logistical needs. Let's get the full report from Philip Simeo.
The first milestone cargo consisting of 62 full shipment containers destined for Jeddah Islamic Port in Saudi Arabia was last week brought by MVMU-1 as the first shipment consignment at the port of Lamu. Kenya's largest port officials expressed optimism over the prospects of Lamu Port emerging as a regional transshipment hub.
We are testing our equipment. Since the port was operational, this is one of the first major activities. As you can see now, the process is going on. Now, I just mentioned before about the importance of this port. It's part of our strategic plan to diversify our source of import of our goods. This port will help us now develop the hinterland. We're targeting to move goods to Ethiopia, Southern Sudan, and further hinterland.
The Kenya's largest port acting boss John Mwankemi said the first transshipment cargo marks the start of the Lamu port diversification in addressing the country and regional growing logistical needs. He said the discussion were underway with global shipping lines and potential investors to work on incentives that will make Lamu port a popular transshipment hub.
Kenya, our strategy for this part of the world is to make sure that we tap into all the businesses coming from the Far East, from Europe, for transshipment. We are aware that there would be some challenges in terms of other competing ports, but what we are putting here is a first-class operation and first-class infrastructure to ensure that we meet all the demand of our customers.
Deputy General Manager Daniel Sepetu said more shippers are bound together attracted to use Lamu Port.
Kwa wenzetu ambao wanamiliki malori, kwa ukweli ni kuwa bandari hii vile imeanza sasa, tukianza kupatiana mizigo ambayo itaenda kwenye hinterland, meli moja pekee ikiingia inamaanisha tutahitaji malori 150. Hiyo ni biashara nzuri sana kwa wafanyabiashara wenye malori, na sasa hivi tunajua wenzetu ambao wana biashara, ambao wana mizigo zao ambao zinaenda Ethiopia, ambao zinaenda sehemu zingine za nchi ya Kenya, wakilete meli moja tu minimum kiasi cha chini tutahitaji 150 ya malori.
The government is calling on locals and foreign investors to invest on import and export business.
Now we have to see, which will also need everyone involved, maybe to persuade clients, the importers and the exporters, to look around the region, the area, the county, in terms of what other businesses can be developed, economic zones, EPZ, free zones. Maybe that will be able to attract now the imports and export business, which will allow shipping lines, maybe not only CMA, CGM, other lines as well, to come and call in these beautiful ports.
Reporting for Maisha TV, I'm Philip Simi.
And the rising cases of fire incidents in Kisii County occasioning loss of property worth millions of shillings may now be a thing of the past after the county government of Kisii set up a training camp for the personnel in the fire and disaster management. The Governor James Ongwae said that his county lacked enough equipment and training. In September 2019, the county government purchased 2 firefighting engines worth 64 million Kenyan shillings, which will serve all the 9 sub-counties in Kisii County.
I did request them for support of Kisii County in the area of disaster management and in particular in fire management. We did agree that they would come to Kenya to support us. They trained my fire department here. They even came with equipment. They came with those fire clothes and so on. But naturally, we are missing a lot of things like equipment and training. We have 100 participants, 50 from Nyamira and 50 from Kisii, who are being trained here on fire management and on the broader issue of disaster management.
This year, I can say, I think we brought our biggest talent we've ever had. Some of the chiefs behind me, Chief Tyner, he runs a department. He has 20 fire stations and over 400 firefighters that work for him. That's the kind of talent we brought with to teach your people here.
Well, thank you so much for keeping me company throughout the bulletin. And remember, after this bulletin, I'll be coming back with Maisha Prime Talk. And today we're going to talk about leadership, politics, and governance. Make sure you tune in.
Let's get ready to rumble! Your world of Maisha is getting an exciting makeover. We're giving your channel a dedicated touch to enhance your viewing experience. Finding what you want, loving it has never been this easy.
Your capacity. The problem is leadership.
My name is Rida Chebet Kering.
Welcome home to your dedicated channel, where you choose it, watch it, and love it. It's your season.
The show you've been waiting for, Maisha Prime Talk, is right here. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Rida Chebet Kering.
And I'm Bushebi Jr.
And today we're going to talk about matters of politics, leadership, and governance.
All right, talking about that, President Uhuru Kenyatta is coming to Western Kenya, and you have no idea how Western Kenya guys are so excited about that.
Yeah, true. President Uhuru Kenyatta is expected to tour West, and that is next month.
Yeah.
And the Western leaders have started preparation to welcome the head of state here, and he is expected to launch several projects in Western counties.
And I know that it's his devolution cabinet secretary Eugene Omalwa. Oparanya, the Kakamega County Governor Wycliffe Oparanya they're the ones who are really championing this, telling guys you should be ready for the president who is coming. There were some murmurs before when the president went to Kisumu,
Nyanza region,
and launched some of the projects, and guys were like, we haven't seen President Uhuru Kenyatta coming to Kakamega, but he was there, I think. What was that? Celebrations for what? Madaraka.
But it was a long time ago, I think 2 years ago or what?
Yeah, and when he was there, he really praised Governor Oparanya. Yeah, I think they have some cordial, very good relationship, though.
No, but I think Governor Oparanya is doing a good job, so
do you think, or you believe?
I believe, because we've seen a lot of projects there. He's one of the governors that has really made this devolution a good thing.
There's some people who don't believe that. Some guys from Kakamega County don't actually believe Oparanya has done anything.
Yeah, sure. There are those kind of people. And just before we dive into the President Uhuru Kenyatta's visit to Western Kenya,
yes,
let's just highlight some of the counties that President Uhuru is expected to visit. Some of the Western counties, and that include Kakamega County, Bungoma County, Busia County, Trans Nzoia, and
Bungoma.
Yeah,
you said Bungoma.
I said Bungoma.
Yeah,
and Trans Nzoia County.
That's Kakamega, Vihiga, Busia, Bungoma, and Trans Nzoia.
Yeah, and when you see the projects that Uhuru is expected to launch in Western, we see that those projects are only located in Kakamega County and Vihiga County.
That's the funny thing about this whole thing. Anyway, before we even get to that, you were telling me about Ikolomani constituency. And I can't just believe that Waluya walishindwa kusema gold mine.
Wakamua iwe Ikolomani. Lakini sitawalaumu by the way. Hiyo ni ukiangalia Ikolomani, that is direct translation, no pronunciation actually. Nili alishindwa kupronounce gold mine, akamua tuchekwa Ikolomani.
Called mine. So Ikolomani. Okay, yeah. No problem. But there's a project that is expected to be commissioned by President Uhuru Kenyatta when he comes next month. That is the 100 million shillings gold mine project, refinery project in Kakamega County, Ikolomani constituency, the gold mine constituency actually. They should just call that gold mine constituency.
Ikolomani constituency, that is what is gazetted.
It's gold mine constituency. No,
let's not argue about that. Okay. Also in Kakamega County, another project that Uhuru will commission is the 6 billion Kakamega Teaching and Referral Hospital. 6 billion. Yeah.
Everything, what we are seeing, some of the projects that are projected, they're just projected he's coming to, that is what he's coming to do. But I think we are still waiting for State House to make announcements and give us the itinerary, send the itinerary to us and tell everyone, you know, President is coming to do ABCD. Yeah. But some of the things on the list are the things that we are listing right now. And talking about the gold mine, when you go back to part of the history of gold mine in Ikolomani constituency, this thing started in 1930s, fueled by the reports of the geologist. There's a geologist ni wale watu wanafanyaga studies za udongo, rocks, kuchimba, kutafuta diamond and minerals and stuff. Alikuwa anaitwa Albert Ernest Kisson. Albert Ernest. So this is a guy who actually wrote a report back in 1930s saying that there's a lot of gold in Kakamega and it's being wasted because of amateur techniques of mining the gold. Yeah. So there was no professional way of mining the gold. So I think since 1930 there's been a lot of gold rush. I mean, guys are running to try and get some gold in Ikolomani. So I think the government has decided, you know what, instead of us continuing with the funny ways of mining gold, let's create a gold refinery. So that's why President Uhuru Kenyatta is coming to commission the first ever, is it the first ever gold refinery project in Ikolomani constituency. So watu wa Ikolomani, mjue mi pia niko ndani. Wanipatie ka eka hivi kaploti hapo, you know.
Hiyo ni mali ya serikali, unajua nini hizi minerals zikipatikana kwa mchanga, hiyo inakuwa ni mali ya serikali automatically.
Ndio tu mimi nakwambia labda hiyo shamba ishaenda yote hata
hiyo sasa ni mali ya serikali. Labda muandike tu kazi huko.
Huwezi jua maneno. Lakini that's what he's coming to do. So there's that 100 million shillings Ikolomani gold refinery project.
Yeah, and that 6 billion, also in Kakamega, the 6 billion Kakamega Teaching and Referral Hospital. And also about that referral hospital, we have reports that Kakamega County had approached the national government to take over the project so that it serves as a referral facility in Western region, as a referral hospital. Like we have Eldoret in Rift Valley, that is a referral hospital. Yeah, so those are some of the projects that President Uhuru Kenyatta is expected to commission in Kakamega County. And when we move to the neighboring county, which is Vihiga.
This is Vihiga. The construction of, there's also a project that is likely to be on Mr. Kenyatta's itinerary, which is a construction of a granite factory. A granite factory in Vihiga County. And Vihiga County, by Vihiga County nini wapen uko sana. what is going on there. So I think this will be something good for Vihiga County. I know Vihiga guys, you're watching us right now. President anakuja kuanzishia factory ya granite. Tutabeba mawe huko na nini, unajua. We shall get some building stuff from there. And then we also have the 1.7 billion Vihiga Cluster Water Project. I think these are two projects in Vihiga County.
Yeah,
that,
just like Kakamega.
Just like Kakamega. So Kakamega County, already we see two projects. That is Ikolomani Gold Mine, the Gold Mine constituency. So Gold Mine, Ikolomani, then you're getting the referral hospital. And then in Vihiga County, we also have the 1.7 billion Vihiga Cluster Water Project, which is being funded actually by the Belgian government. What else?
Now Bungoma County, I think they have something to smile about also. Mumias is located in
Kakamega County.
It's in Kakamega County.
Yes, Mumias is not in Bungoma. Wait, Mumias is not in Bungoma.
Shimalavandu. Sasa kumbe Mumias Sugar have three projects.
Shimalavandu. Ama ni wapi huko? Kuna mahali huko Shamahoho. Those guys will beat you up. You can't say Mumias is in
So Mumias is also in Kakamega County, where President Uhuru Kenyatta is expected to also say something about it.
Supposed to say something. Hao watu wamekula pesa ya Mumias. Iko watu wameangusha hiyo factory.
Do you have an evidence of that? Because actually it's not,
a failure itself.
Like last Thursday I had a guest here and he was a former employee
of
Mumias Sugar Company, and I asked him about the wrangles and the problems that the sugar millers have been facing in Western Kenya, and he said that it's poor leadership. Because kulingana na yeye anasema hiyo time alikuwa anafanya kazi Mumias Sugar Company, ungetembea. He was the former councillor of Bungoma County. Former mayor,
Former mayor of Bungoma County.
Na alikuwa anasema hiyo wakati ungetembea as in una brag unafanya kazi Mumias, not like now where we've seen Mumias inafufuka inakufa inafufuka inakufa. Na yeye alimeja akasema that is poor leadership.
What is poor leadership?
Corruption.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. What
we have corruption, poor management.
Tukubaliane ukweli. The truth is that when you talk of poor leadership, it means somebody compromised on their integrity somewhere. Somebody messed up somewhere. You know, we sometimes you Africa huwa tunakuwa na mchezo fulani. Tuna act as if we've never seen money our whole life, and we act as if money ndio oxygen. Najua bila pesa wewe kuisha. Yet you've been we will survive kwa tumbo ya mama 9 months bila pesa. Uta survive for many days kwa ground ukisha dead bila pesa. But Mumias Sugar was looted. Kubaliane, call it leadership, call it wherever. That factory was looted.
Lakini tumeangalia pia Sinzoia Sugar na juzi farmers.
Looting. Hakuna kitu ingine. Looting. If you don't understand something, follow the money. Follow the trail of the money. Fuata pesa inaenda wapi? Who is in charge of the account? Who is in charge of authorizing pesa itoke hapa iende pale? Who is in charge? The accountant, the chair, the CEO. Look at those main guys. And then look at their inner circle. Follow the money. You will know where the problem iko kwa pesa. Ukweli ni kwamba Mumias was looted. Period. Just find out the guys who looted Mumias. Find the guys who are looting Zoya and solve the problem. Hii siasa mingi hii sijui tunataka kuamsha kufufua sijui nini, nyinyi fuateni pesa. Where the money was taken, get the guys, bring back the money, get the looters. The factory is just looted, period.
Lakini hata ukisema ufuate money, ufuate watu wenye walichukua pesa wachukue. We've seen many people being involved in corruption cases. Watachukuliwa baadaye wapelekwa kotini, then there's no enough evidence.
It's not something. I know economic crimes are tricky to handle because you really don't have the evidence of something. But it's unlike ukiniibia simu na nikupate nayo. There's evidence, hii simu ni yangu, wanaangalia the IMEI number and then they know it's mine, okay? But unajua nikikuibia pesa na niweke kwa hii account, nipitishe kwa ile account nyingine. Kwanza si mimi, pesa unatoa ati inaenda kufanya project fulani, inatolewa inapelekwa kwa account unknown, iende China, ikate kona, irudi South Africa, itoke South Africa irudi US, itoke US iende Australia. Sasa mtalipa DCI wangapi kuzunguka waende South Africa kutafuta evidence, watoke South Africa waende US kutafuta evidence, watoke US waende Australia. By the time you think of solving that case, those guys have made 1 million trips that has cost them a lot of money, paka inafika mahali na bado mjapata hiyo pesa. Ni change, niweke cryptocurrency, I change, buy shares somewhere, I change hiyo pesa niweke kwa jina ya mtu. Utapata wapi hiyo pesa? So that's why economic crimes, hizi mambo za money laundering and looting ni ngumu sana kusolve. But trust you me, if you can put checks and balances before pesa itoke, kabla pesa itoke kwa mlango, okay? Kabla hiyo do itoke kwa mlango, if there is a serious check, then it is very hard. Hiyo pesa upotea wakati imepita, ishatoka. Ikitoka nje ndo sasa utaipata, but before itoke hapo ndani. So don't go after the guys outside. We hear that politician gani amefanya nini, Mumias. Forget about the politicians. Iko watu wenye wako hapo ndani, wenye wanafunguaga mlango na kufunga. Those are the guys that we should go after. Those are the guys we should go. Why are we wasting time talking about politicians? Why are politicians coming into this thing? Yet the the politicians, the ones running Mumias.
No.
Kulikuwa na kina Malala na kina nani hapo ndo walikuwa managers and CEOs.
Nope.
Then why are we now pushing them? Hao ndo wakwe mstari wa mbele wanapiga kelele mingi. When the guys who are running Mumias wako tu. Where are they? Nobody has even questioned them. Mtu anauliza swali anajibu kitu ya kuchekesha na tunasema tu lakini watu kweli ni wezi. I mean, that's it. That's it.
And still about President Kenyatta's visit to Western region, we've seen that early this week, some of the two major Western leaders, that is Musalia Mudavadi of ANC and Moses Wetangula of Ford Kenya, formed a coalition with Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka and the KANU boss Gideon Moi, and they formed One Kenya Alliance, and they declared that NASA is dead. And when you see the governor of Kakamega County is a ODM leader. In fact, a deputy. This is funny. Before you even get to NASA, before you even go to NASA, by the way, the president is coming to Kakamega County, and not Kakamega, Western Kenya. Yeah.
We know we are not even done. Yeah, we are not even done. By the way, wait, we are not even done. Huyu president anakuja Western region. Watu wa Trans Nzoia anaenda kufanya nini?
Unajua hiyo ni kitu pia mimi nashangaa. Why is Trans Nzoia County included in Western region?
All these projects are in Vihiga and Kakamega.
Yeah, those two counties.
Those two counties.
Almost Nyanza region.
Yes. What about Bungoma? What about Trans Nzoia? What about Busia? Busia kuna nini? What about Busia?
Naweza sema maybe. Then I think that Bungoma County, Busia County, Trans Nzoia County and Bungoma County, I mentioned Bungoma County.
Yes.
I think they have been sidelined by the government.
It's not about sidelining. But let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. It means there are guys working somewhere and there are guys who are not working.
But those are national projects.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen, before a project is installed somewhere, number one, thorough research has been done. Not by the national government.
By the county government.
By the county government.
Yeah.
So the county government does the research to ascertain, to give a platform for a project to come and be installed. So my big question is, do we have, what is the research that Trans Nzoia has done? What is the research that Bungoma has done? What is the research that which other county has been? Busia has done. What do you want? What can your people do? Do you have numbers? It's not about, it's not, si mambo ya kusema tutajenga barabara ama tutagawa kila mtu ndege atembege nayo. Unaona? It's not without any data to back up. Okay? So Kakamega County has data. Data that you can actually look, you can even know how many fishermen are in Kakamega County. You can even know the tons of fish produced in Kakamega County.
Yeah, sure.
They even know the tons of gold that is in Kakamega County. Okay? They have data on why we should have this hospital in Kakamega County. Vihiga the same, the projects that you're seeing. There is no sane person, mtu mwenye ana akili zake timamu, atachukua pesa yake kwenda kufanya project mahali ambapo hana data kuonyesha kwamba it is a viable project. Okay? It's not about being sidelined. Give me or show me or whoever is watching na anatoka kwa hizi counties zingine tatu, Trans Nzoia, Busia na Bungoma, tupatie data of what the county governments have done as a research, and this is the data we have. So you go to the national government and say, now this is the need of our people, this is the occupation. We have 300,000 people ambao wanapanda mahindi. Kwa hiyo 300,000 people wanatoa mahindi 600,000. Na kwa hii 600,000 kuna market mahali fulani. So mkituwekea inaitwaje posho mill. Yeah? Mkitujengea posho mill itaweza kuprocess. Unaona? That is data. So then somebody would sit back and say, okay, so these guys have data. This can work. This can work. We can even take it further. You see? Show me. Show me. Go Google. You'll get the data ya Ecolo money. We even know where it came from.
Yeah.
Gold mine. We have all the data. How much gold is there and how viable that gold is in terms of business and returns. We know. The referral hospital in Kakamega County. We have the data. Go Google. You'll get all the data. We have about fishing in Kakamega County. Go Google. You'll have all the data. How many fishermen are in Kakamega County, how much fish they are producing, and how marketable the fish is, and the reason why they should have a fish refinery project, wherever processing project in Kakamega County. Go to all these areas where projects are being installed. There is data, tangible data.
Sure, true.
These 3 counties, I challenge you, put up the data. You don't even know what your people want. You don't even know what they do.
But in the recent days, we've seen Busia County, the governor's hospital, Jamong, has really tried. He's been trying to lift the farmers. Like last week, he gave the farmers 450 dairy cows. Then barely a week later, he gave some checks to groups which from different constituencies, and he was focusing on agribusinesses. So I think that Busia County, at least they're doing something. But there are 2 counties which are dormant. Bungoma County and Trans Nzoia County.
I've been to Busia. I've been to Busia County. I've been to Busia town.
When was that? When was that?
It's less than a month. I've been to Busia in Busia town. I don't want to talk about it, please. But I'll just say one thing to the governor. Do something. Please involve scientific data. Find out what resources you have and what projects you can actually sell, or proposals that you can put down so that you can get projects being installed in your counties. Find out. I'll say the same thing to Bungoma. I'll say the same thing to Trans Nzoia. If we talk about those 3 counties, in Bungoma I saw the project. There are 3 things that Governor Wangamati tried to do. The dual carriage.
Yeah.
Then there's Masinde Mliro Stadium. Those are some of the biggest projects, some of the projects that I saw Governor Wangamati was trying to do. Now, I don't want to delve into that. There was a lot of politics into that. You know, some guys were attacking him, others were supporting him and all that. So I don't want to go into all that. But this is the point. The scientific data that proves the viability of projects in these counties is more important than just coming up with stuff for cameras.
Yeah.
Like you said, 400, dairy cows you are giving out to them. Well, hey, government, hallelujah, praise God. This is good. But then what? Then what?
Okay, now I'm seeing that our director is telling us that our time.
Before time is up, let me
just highlight one thing. I was talking about the coalition, the Okoa Kenya coalition, and we see that the Kakamega governor, Wycliffe Oparanya, is deputy governor of ODM. And the One Kenya Alliance, say that they are done with ODM. So do you think that these leaders will come together? Because there is a story that you did actually about President Uhuru Kenyatta's visit to Western, and you say that all leaders will be included. Do you think they will come together?
It's up to them. But this is the thing. This politics of, you should differentiate between a cause that is going to benefit people and confused, politics. Okay, you should be able to differentiate between politics and development. If all these leaders that you mentioned don't come and sit together, this Lake region bosses, they don't come and sit down together and formulate a developmental agenda for the region. That, hey, listen, Bungoma, you'll get this. Kakamega, you get this. Try to share ideas and come up with ideas on how to make things happen, then they are going to fail. They are going to fail terribly. Politics aside, if the president is coming to Western region, that is like all the resources of the national government are coming to Western region.
Yeah.
There's a lot of business. Watu watakuwa wengi sana. Sorry, I'm not supposed to call President Jama. But when His Excellency, President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, comes to Bungoma, do you know what that means to hospitality industry? First of all.
That's a huge business.
That's a huge business. Okay? You're going to have a surge of so many people in Bungoma town, Bungoma County. Do you know that these people have needs? They want to enjoy themselves. They want to eat. They have basic needs. That is business. Number two, when he comes, you as leaders, forget your political alignments. Come together, have an agenda, talk to this man. Tell him, listen, I know we have all these differences, but seriously, for the sake of our people, you are the master, you are the custodian of the resources of Kenya. When you say go, things will go. Okay? When you say stop, things will stop. So please, for the sake of our people, for example, Mudavadi can say, our people, because I heard Atoli saying that he's a speaker of Western Luya
Nation.
Yeah, Luya Nation, which is disputed, but anyway, I'm saying this just for the sake of expressing this point. Have an agenda. Come together, have an agenda. What are you going to tell the national resource? Stop looking at President Uhuru as Uhuru. Okay? Look at the president as an office, as a resource, as billions of dollars, as Japanese yen, billions of Japanese, trillions of Kenyans' money has come to Western region. Don't look at the president. You know, president is not your brother. Is not your neighbor, next door neighbor, Maunomba Chumvi. When you talk of the office of the president, we are talking about all the resources, the custodian of the resources of the country. This is a man who can step here and say, from today, we want ABCD to happen in Bungoma. We want ABCD to happen in Kakamega. We want this and this to happen in Trans Nzoia. They will happen. We have an expressway being built in Nairobi. Kibaki said we're going to build Thika Road. He did it. There are so many projects he has done in Mombasa. There are projects he has done in Kisumu. There are so many things that, there are many cities that are being built. Enda Machakos. This is one man you welcome and tell, listen, I know we have different political thinking, but this is what we want. So when all these leaders come together, Governor Oparanya, Moses Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, and who else? Especially these three. When you guys come together, you will change the region. Sure. In terms of development, Western Kenya is not poor. Western Kenya is not. There's a difference between a poor person and a person who is not utilizing their resources. Okay?
Yeah.
When somebody has all the land and all the resources and they say they are poor, there is something wrong with the attitude. Okay? That person is not poor. Western Kenya is not poor. In terms of numbers, we are so many. But why do we take our money outside Western Kenya?
Well, thank you so much. And we're going for a short commercial break. That was just an overview of His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta's visit that is expected to happen next month in Western region. We're going for a short commercial break, but we'll be coming back.
Let's get ready to rumble! Your world of Maisha is getting an exciting makeover. We're giving your channel a dedicated touch to enhance your viewing experience. Finding what you want, loving it has never been this easy.
Build your capacity. The problem is leadership.
My name is Rida Chebet Kering.
Welcome home to your dedicated channel, where you choose it, watch it, and love it. It's your season.
Oh, there you are. Come on, come closer. Let's start this journey together. Get to know one another so we can rise together. Pick me up, hold me, feed me, but it might be messy. Change me, but it might be smelly. Be my playdate. Be my rocking chair. Be my hero.
Because every dad should play an equal role in his baby's life, Pampers is giving 8 weeks of paternity leave to their new dads, hoping to inspire others to give Kenyan dads this opportunity.
Hello 22bet.
Oya, ni aje?
Poa sana.
Unasikia nenda kuingia kwa akaunti yangu napata kuna maziwa rada?
Oh, hiyo ni Euro 2020 cashback. Tunapeana 8% kwa kila game ya Euro.
Hadi kwa kila game?
Hata zenye zimekunywa maji.
Sasa nyinyi ndio mabazeng. Itabidi hadi nimechapia mbogi. Cheki Mamorio. Unasikia kuna 8% cashback ya nini ya Euro ya 22bet.
Get 100% bonus on your first deposit now. SMS join to 29252. 22bet. Tucheze, tushinde.
Oya, ni aje? Mimi ndio Jonte Fresh. Mimi ndio nimetambulika hii Gikomba yote sekta ya manguo. Jumio transform nguo ordinary za mtush zenye ziuka mna hii harufu ya bail into the freshest igikosi yote. Siri ni hii real mpya ya pink. Na kusho mtush zinang'ara kung'ara kushinda kamera. So clean, so fresh. Ma customer unaisana na history. Ninatumia aerial touch of down mpya tu.
Let's get ready to rumble! Your world of Maisha is getting an exciting makeover. We're giving your channel a dedicated touch to enhance your viewing experience. Finding what you want, loving it has never been this easy.
Build your capacity. The problem is leadership.
My name is Rida Chebet Kering.
Ndovu ni kuu,
Welcome home to your dedicated channel, where you choose it, watch it, and love it. It's your season.
Welcome back. This is Maisha Prime Talk, and I'm the co-host, so I can't say host. So my name is Mushabi Jr.
And my name is Rida Chibet Kering. Welcome to this second part of Maisha Prime, and we're going to continue with what we started in the first.
We were talking about the scientific data.
Scientific data.
Off camera, she was telling me of how Trans Nzoia County has done something. I mean, finished up. You're talking about finishing up the stage. What are you talking about? What I'm asking for is the scientific data to back up the projects that are being championed.
But I think when you talk about Trans Nzoia County, that of a stage, actually Trans Nzoia County was worse. Ungegongwa hata na mapikipiki na magari katikati ya town.
Trans Nzoia iko kwa highway ya the other country where people supply stuff. I don't want to mention a lot. But so traffic ilifaa itengenezwe, stage itengenezwe.
So at least your stage.
Hospitali imefika wapi? Hospitali ya Trans Nzoia County ilifika wapi? Okay? Now, you know my challenge to our able leaders, with all due respect, is it is easy when you're before people to promise stuff and you know I'll do this, I'll do that. But I think we need to have something like a Vision 2030 thing, like the one that the national government is following.
Yeah.
When you look at the Vision 2030, people try to politicize it, but trust you me, even if you're elected the president today, you're not gonna do your own stuff. Okay? There is a blueprint.
Yeah.
You only pick up from there, from where the predecessor
left.
Okay? Like the way Kibaki took up from Moi, right? Then Uhuru picked up from Kibaki. Okay? Now whoever is coming in, however much, even if you say I'm going to do this, you know, we're going to change economy, we're going to do blah blah blah, there is a blueprint. Some of the projects are mandatory for you to do, whether you like it or not. Most of the things that are done, it's a continuation of a blueprint. So politics aside, differentiate between politics and development. Okay? So what lacks in most of our counties is the scientific data to back up the projects that we are coming up with. Surely, if God became the judge, of course he is, and you stood before him, and they asked you genuinely, why did you put up that project in that county?
What are you exactly?
What are you going to tell God? In 3 sentences.
Because people wanted.
Who? Which people?
Well, and as we continue the conversation, you can just text in, the number is down there on your screen. You can give the percentage of your governor's performance. Let's see if you think that your governor is working or not.
He's working, and there's working productive. You know, those are 2 things. What we should, maybe, our viewers should tell us whether their leaders are productive. They could be working, but productivity is something.
Yeah, when I say working, I mean if he or she is productive, but we're talking about the western region counties, so is he.
Because
we
the
don't have
president is coming.
No. Analyzing from the day they were elected, even if he or she, no, he, because we don't have a governor here.
We have one aspiring.
Here in Bungoma County.
Yeah, I saw.
We're talking about the sitting governors.
I saw the one in Bungoma. I saw one on Maisha TV on 4th Estate. She said she wants to be the governor come 2022.
Do you think the Bungoma people are ready for a woman governor?
I don't know. I don't have the scientific data for that, so I can't lie. Why should I lie?
But if Kirinyaga, is it Kirinyaga and
I don't know.
If Kitui managed to get a woman governor, what about Bungoma County? Nothing is
Waiguru,
impossible.
Kirinyaga.
Yeah, Waiguru, we have Ngilu. I think in 2022, we should have more.
You should have more. It's not about being male or female. It's about the brains, what you can do. I mean, you know, but Bungoma people are known for one-term governors.
That's not true.
At least
it's not only Bungoma County. We have several counties.
Why do they go for one-term governors?
Maybe the first one did not perform well.
It's not about performing well. What do you do in 5 years? You find a confused county, very confused, and then by the time you settle, it's 5 years. 5 years in Maisha. Before you start working, 5 years in Maisha, because you're busy trying to put structures together. And I think that's the problem. I think you should just allow somebody to finish 2 terms. Me, that's my take.
That's your take, but that's not the take.
But I think I would advise anybody who can listen to me that, listen, this one-term thing is crazy, okay? Because you start up as a county governor, then after 5 years they remove you, you carry all your stuff and go. I come in, I start my own. By the time 5 years are over, it's only structures, skeletons. There's nothing actually that I've done. I need another 5 years to finish up what I started. Okay, that's the way things are. I mean, this idea of one term won't really bring, unless that second governor is coming to continue with.
But when you see in Trans Nzoia County, their governor Haemba, it's not his first term. It is his second term, but until now, I can truly tell you, that Trans Nzoia County
Governor Haemba is the most successful governor in Kenya.
Nope, I disagree. Why do you say that?
Because he is in his own terms, you know.
How? No, I want you to explain more.
That is one man who doesn't say anything, who doesn't do anything. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter who you talk to. I mean, he's so successful. Period. Well, trust me, you're wasting time talking about. You're wasting time because he won't say anything. He won't. I mean, he'll just shut up and just look at you. I mean, you're just wasting your time. I lived in Trans Nzoia. We tried to push things, you know. I lived in Trans Nzoia. We tried to push things. We came up with all kinds of ideas. You know, Trans Nzoia can change. You know that Trans Nzoia is more of a seasonal county.
Yeah.
Uko ukulima iko juu sana. So pesa iko hii season. And then next season hakuna pesa kabisa. Watu wamesota mbaya. Until watu wavune, pesa inakuja.
Actually, that's true.
Yeah? So it's a very seasonal county. I've lived there and I know. And it's tricky if you're out there for business that you need money every day. Unless you are in the basic need line of business, where you're selling food, clothing, and shelter. So maybe you can make some money. But that's a very seasonal in terms of. Then Bungoma County is a service industry county. Show me one thing that Bungoma produces. One tangible thing. Anything made in Bungoma.
We had Webuye pad paper.
Phone repair. We repair phones here. Okay, it's service. Bungoma is service. They have nothing of their own. They produce nothing. I loved it when Governor Wangamati said they are going to put up industrial park. Okay. You know, these small factories would have created stuff that can be sold out there. I have no idea why that thing has never happened. I have no idea, and that's one thing that I had loved. I was so excited about it because I know that an industrial park would really build economy. We have people who can produce stuff. We can change from being a service industry county and become have some tangible stuff that you're producing. So if you go to Bungoma County, hospitality industry is at the top. I'm telling you, it's at the top. We have a three-star hotel. I don't know. We are almost getting 7-star hotel. in Bungoma, you have no idea how many nice hotels are in Bungoma. You have no idea. You have no idea. Why? Because it's service, 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 service. Hospitality, hospitality, hospitality. That's the only thing. But one thing that fascinates me about Bungoma is that there are so many hotels.
People love eating.
People love eating. But at the same time, they have a lot of food at home. How are these hotels managing? You know, how do you eat in a hotel and then eat at home?
Wewe ni mlio unaongelea hivi. Atenda kule rice kwa hotel afike nyumbani kule busuma.
Nasema nasikia njaa. Anyway, back to
now we're going to shift gears now to national politics.
Yes.
We talked much about the Western things, Western politics, and I want to focus on Deputy President William Ruto's speech yesterday in Machakos County, where he was in Machakos in an empowering program.
Yeah,
and he told the BBI proponents to first apologize.
Why can't you just be straightforward? The Deputy Dr. William Samoei Ruto.
No, listen. I'm taking my viewers slowly.
Wanajua Ruto. Why don't you just say Daktari William Samoei Ruto? Jana alisema Uhuru na Raila, they need to apologize.
Yeah, hiyo ndo nasema basi.
Exactly. That's what he said. Why do you media guys love saying allegedly and all that? Even when you know this is what they say.
Anazafika huko achange useme it was edited. That was not the real speech. So you must.
Kama ule polisi
alinyang'anywa simu tuliona na walisema it was edited. So hapo unasema tu allegedly. So the Deputy President said that Uhuru and Raila should apologize to Kenyans for wasting the taxpayers' money and in promoting unconstitutional initiative. What do you say about that?
Personally, I'll say this, and I've said this a million times, every time I've had a platform to speak. Politics is a matter of scripts. You don't just wake up and say nothing or say anything, okay? You don't just react because so-and-so say this, I'm also going to say this, okay? Politics is a matter of calculating what you're going to say and then calculating the reaction and the mileage that you're going to get from whatever statement that you make. It's a matter of making a script. So I can assure you, between President Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga, and among the three, President Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga, and Deputy President William Ruto, kuna mtu anachezwa.
Kati ya watatu, kati ya nani sasa?
Watu watatu. Kuna mmoja anachezwa.
Mbona unasema hivyo?
Kuna mmoja anachezwa. Kuna script Kenyans have been given. If you closely look at how things have been evolving, you will realize that perhaps there was a script for the start of Jubilee and the end of Jubilee.
Sure, by the way, I was thinking about that thing.
Well, because you don't just start something.
Inaweza kuwa labda walikaa wakaona Jubilee ilipita ni ya kwanza, election ya kwanza ya pili. Sawa, wanaona ni kama ikienda ya tatu watu wanaweza ikataa maybe. So wanajaribu kuitafuta ikae ni kama imekufa, then they revive it as something else.
Me, I don't think it that way. What I'm thinking is, there was marriage, although Deputy President doesn't like people saying about marriage, bromance and marriage, kuna wakati alikasirika sana. But there was a union between President Uhuru Kenyatta, then just Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. The two were going to The Hague, allegedly having caused quarrel. Then The Hague dismissed the case, saying they were innocent. There's nothing wrong that they ever did. They were accused falsely. So they came together for a purpose of defeating an agenda. First of all, we are coming together so that we form a government. And then at the same time, beat up this idea of taking us to The Hague. Okay? So Jubilee, if you look at the foundation of Jubilee, that was the foundation. It had nothing after 10 years. Okay? This is my own opinion. Okay? There was no plan after 10 years. Okay? So when you have a partnership that will last for 10 years, okay? You have to plan the initial and the end of it all. You don't just start and you don't know how things will end. You have to plan to the end. So this is how we're going to start and this is how we're going to end. Even BBI, it was so calculated. This is the way it will start and this is the way it will end. Nothing just happens in government. I can say that again. Nothing just happens in government. Nothing just happens. Okay? The end of Jubilee. And these guys are telling you for sure. They're just out there telling you openly, look here, there's no Jubilee. There's nothing like reviving Jubilee. Just like NASA served its purpose and it's dead, Jubilee has served its purpose and it's dead. Okay? And I'm sure Deputy President knows this. And even Uhuru Kenyatta. That's why I'm telling you, among the three, kuna mtu anachezwa. There's no Jubilee. So when ODM says that they're going to do a coalition with Jubilee, and there's no Jubilee, nani anachezwa?
Kuna mtu anachezwa.
Kuna mtu anachezwa.
Nani by the way?
Kuna mtu anachezwa. Kuna mtu anachezwa. Hii ni siasa tu, but kuna mtu anachezwa. Na pia mwenye anachezwa pia si ati ajui anachezwa, anajua. Pia yeye ana kadi zake pia tucheze. Hii mchezo tunaweza, it's politics. It's a game of nipe nikupe pole panga namna hii vile Ruto anasema weka namna hii usiende mbio hapa rudi hapa kando fanya namna hii. Then then vitu zinaingia. Jubilee was meant to die towards the end of 10 years of its reign. Then out of it, Ruto was meant to come up with his own political vehicle to pursue. In fact, I feel President Uhuru has helped Ruto a lot to market UDA.
By criticizing him.
Yeah. All I need from the president is just to go out there and say, there's a certain man called Bushebi Jr. who was talking about me. That's it. I just need one statement from the president. That's it. Yeah, and my brand is all over. That's it. So we just need the president. He said, you William janapenda kutangatanga. What happened? Tangatanga was born. Okay? So I'm telling you, President Uhuru Kenyatta has helped. And these two guys, don't ever fool yourself. Deputy President and Uhuru Kenyatta are very good friends. People keep asking, why don't we see them together? Why are you not wearing white shirt and red ties like you used to? All this nonsense. You get 5 minutes with the Deputy President and you go out asking him why he's not wearing a red... What are you asking? Why are you not wearing a red tie and a white
matching
shirt?
outfit.
Yeah. What kind of a question is that? Okay, this is the thing. Even while traveling, there's no way the president and the deputy president can travel in the same vehicle or any mode of transport together. If something happens to that thing, we lose both of them. So we don't have a leader. We go to the speaker. Okay? So even during this COVID-19, you don't expect to see deputy president and Uhuru Kenyatta together. If something happens to the president, God forbid, who's going to be in charge of the country? Now, what if something happens to both of them? Because they are always together, wearing red ties and white shirts together, running up and down, talking, planning, all the time together. If something happens to them, one of them catches COVID, both of them catch COVID, we lose all of them, the president and the deputy president. And there are people who cannot see that. They want to politicize them not being together. You see, any job. Okay? Any kazi. Kukua president ni job. Umeandikwa job. Kukua deputy president ni job. Okay? So kama mimi na wewe ofisi tumepewa ati atuonani. Sasa, it's just politics that is confusing Kenyans. That is why inafikaga mahali unapata these politicians start laughing at us.
Unaona wajinga.
I told somebody after 2013, okay? I told someone, was it 2017? Yeah, I told somebody, listen, you are here dancing Uhuru Kenyatta Jubilee and this other guy is dancing ODM. Don't be shocked to see Raila and Uhuru shaking hands and working together. Karibu wanipige. It took 2 weeks. Handshake happened. 2 weeks. Don't ever put your trust in politicians. Politics is a script. Jubilee, usiweke siasa kwa moyo. Ule nani alikuwa anasema weka hapa kwa kifua, kikohoa inatoka.
The governor was Ngishu Mandago.
Kwa kikohoa inatoka. Let me tell you, Jubilee was meant to serve for 10 years and die. But you can't. How do you kill it? We must create a system that kills it.
Nilikuwa najaribu kusema.
Exactly. And now the same Jubilee is saying we are doing coalition with ODM. Which Jubilee? And Jubilee is dead.
Now let's talk about this newly formed alliance, the One Kenya Alliance, which has brought together the Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, the KANU leader Gideon Moi, Ford Kenya leader Moses Wetangula, and ANC leader Musalia Mudavadi. Naona ushaanza kucheka.
You know, political merchandising has started. The only guy I would give credit for a good start is John Lonyangapuo.
Amanisha chama yake mpya amebeach
Kenya Union Party. I like the way that guy talks. I like the way he talks. But this is the thing, political merchandising has started. You know, you must have fanatical following. You must have a backup of people. Political merchandising simply means I have this number of people, so can we do business? Ulisikia Lonyangapuo saying hakuna mambo ya mtu kuja atutuko na kura ngapi 400,000 saizi
hakuna kuchota chota saizi
hakuna kuja tu ati kuchota chota saizi ukikuja kura lazima
hebu kwanza hata nyamaza acha tukuwekee clip let's see that clip.
Ambia si bwana wewe sasa usipoingia chama kubwa utakuwa unaenda wapi? Si utaanguka tu kama utaanguka tu kama si kuanguka kwa kuingia chama ambaye alikuwa amefilisika kama KANU na nikafufua mpaka ikawa chama. Endelea. Alafu sasa nimekuja na ile iko na address hapa mahali mimi nalala. Alafu ni wenye anataka kuwa president anakuja kupiga makoti Murkochit gate. Si ya kwangu mimi naishi Murkochit lakini Murkochit ile ya barabara. Boda. Lazima kura ya hapa 1000 sahi kura yetu itakurudi chini 1040. 1400 400,000 votes. Inaomba pana saidi yako kura. Lakini kuja kupepa na kuchota chota kama juicy. Hata hiyo mandazi ichukuliwi bila kununuliwa. Ama
okay, this is the thing. Now he says hakuna kuchota chota. Paka anauliza huyo mama wa mandazi. Ati hata hiyo mandazi si wanalipia? Ama I like the way he talks, but this is what he said. You know, politicians talk truth, but watu wanasikiza uongo. Yeah? Most of us love to listen to the lies that politicians tell, but we don't listen to the truth that they speak. This political merchandise. One Kenya Alliance brings together voting blocks. Okay? Like the Luhya people, we want to consolidate the votes. Okay? So when I come, I'm the leader of the Luhya nation. I have close to 8 million people backing me up, okay? And I come to the negotiating table. I'm telling you, listen to me. I have 8 million votes. Guaranteed 6 million votes. Let's do business. Serikali, kazi ya serikali ni kufanya nini? Ni biashara. Serikali na ni biashara, exchange. Okay? So when I want to be in government, it's because I want to do business. Maybe to kusema sijui nini. If the government, serikali ingekuwa inasaidia, ile jamaa alisema wewe wachana na mambo ya stima. Vitu ya stima wachia watu ya stima. Serikali kupeka. Ingekuwa kweli serikali inapea watu kazi. Kwani serikali ya Kenya unataka kuniambia inaweza shindwa kupatia vijana wa hii nchi kazi? Unataka kuniambia hii serikali ya Kenya na hii budget yote tuko nayo inaweza shindwa kupatia wananchi kazi?
Hapana.
Inaweza shindwa kusomesha mtoto kutoka nursery hadi university free? If you hear the amount of money being stolen, unasikia hospitali ya 6 billion inachukua 15 years kujenga, lakini 300 billion inaweza ibo within 30 minutes. Serikali ikiamua kusaidia kama vile wananchi wao wanasema serikali saidia, ama kupatia wananchi resources, ama enabling environment, ama kuwezesha nchi ikue, unafikiria serikali inashindwa? Serikali haiwezi shindwa. Haiwezi shindwa. So what we have is political merchandising. Period. They want to form the government. It's something good. Forming the government and having ambition to become the president or big guys in the government, that is good. It's even good for your people, because which means resources zitakuja. But resources hazifai kukuja kwa sababu tuko na mtu wetu kwa serikali. You see?
True.
Reason why we are having this political merchandising is because we have this mentality that mtu wetu yuko kwa serikali ndio maana sisi tutapata msaada. But tukienda ukweli, kazi ya serikali inafaa kusimamia wa Kenya hata bila mtu wetu kukua pale ndani ya serikali. That is the problem we have in Kenya, and that is why it is pushing people to become political merchandisers. Political parties zinaenda kuformiwa nyingi sana. Wachana na hii coalition. Hii coalition kwanza Gideon haka naruka nje. Very soon.
Unaweza jaribu kuangalia hiyo coalition, ukiangalia the 4 of them.
Yes.
All of them declared earlier that they want to vie for presidency. Sasa unaangalia nani atapeperusha bendera hiyo?
Mwenye na watu wengi. Mwenye ako na higher bargaining power.
Ukiangalia hapo nani ako na higher bargaining power?
No, they come together, then they choose a spokesperson. Kwa sababu if Wiper, it is Wiper, Gideon and Moses and then
Mudavadi.
Oh, those are 4 guys. So if all of them, let's say Mudavadi and Wetangula wabebe votes za Luyaland, wapeleke, then Wiper bebe za huko Ukambani alete, then Gidi achukue kadhaa kwa sababu Ruto yuko huko, Lonyanga Punde huyo pia ameingia huko kidogo, you know, huko bado kuna Gideon akona kazi ya kufanya, alete watu yake kadhaa. Wale ambao wanakuja na bargaining power ambayo iko juu, wako na voting block, kwa sababu kukuwa president ni kura. Okay? Mwenye anakuja na backing na votes nyingi. Okay? Na ako na national outlook ya president. Sasa unajua nikiongea hivi Mlembe son was in Nyeri the other day and it was so good, very successful. It was very successful.
Unacheka hiyo.
It was very successful. So I'm saying whoever has a national look, if they're not going to choose the president amongst themselves, now they can even take it further. Guys, listen. Now that we have one Kenya alliance, okay, there's no need of one of us becoming president here. There's no need. Now that we have this voting block, wacha tubebe certainly to negotiate sasa na mtu mwenye labda ako na another voting block, because mtakuwa mmechukua mko na kura mingi sana. So unasema okay, ni aje watu wanne Wacha sasa tuende tu negotiate na Ruto ama tu negotiate na Raila. So when you come on the negotiating table, you come as a block. But huwezi enda peke yako. Huwezi enda peke yako kama Musalia. Huwezi enda peke yako kama Weta ama uende peke yako kama Gideon Moi. Huwezi. Hiyo voting block yako bado itakuwa kidogo. So your bargaining power itakuwa chini. So unapata hizi blocks zenye wanaform. Sasa ukiona vitu kama hii Kenya Union Party ya Lonyangapuo hizi zinakuja. Sasa hizo ni biashara ya huku chini ya kuingia kwa coalition. Hapa kuna One Kenya Alliance, hapa kuna ODM na Jubilee yenye haiko zinataka kukuja pamoja. Hapa kuna coalition nyingine inajitengeneza mahali. So mimi na kapati kangu pia wacha niamue niende ni negotiate. Check. So if you look at what is happening, it is realignment for 2022. Kufikia February next year, March, April, utaona moto hii Kenya hujayo. Now real, yes, siasa itakuwa saizi bado bado vitu inacheza tu kidogo kidogo. Sasa inataka kulipuka, sasa inarudi chini. Bado kidogo. But come that time, you'll see the real thing. Utaona the real people. Nani wamekuwa behind One Kenya Alliance, nani amekuwa behind Ruto, nani utawaona for real. Saizi bado wanacheza chini ya maji, wanapiga karata huko. Jimmy Wanjigi pia anataka kuwa president.
Huyu atakuja kujiingiza tu kwa one of the coalition.
Haizi kujiingiza kwa one.
Unataka kuniambia ataenda kama one man?
No. Jimmy won't even vie for president.
Ama tu ni
Jimmy, the president makers. Those are the financiers.
By the way, mabilionaires.
Those are the billionaires wa Kenya. Those are the people who wanakalisha chini, wanakuja wanakuangalia Rida Chebet. Wanaona hii potential, huyu anaweza kuwa mwanasiasa mkali sana. Huyu tukimtengeneza vizuri, tumwekeweke namna hii. So those are the billionaires. They own media, they own things, they own everything. Kiamua kukutengeneza, wanakutengeneza tu. Wanakuuza ile proper. Kabisa vile waliuza Obama. Piga yes we can mpaka inatengenezwa inakuwa mpaka dunia mzima inasema tu yes we can. I mean these things, you know how they are done. So these are the king makers. Wakiamua kupea media blackout, they give the media owners. They give you a blackout, my friend. Unaona piga huko crusade yako hiyo. Unaongea na watu milioni moja and nobody knows. Hakuna mtu anajua, hakuna mtu ameona. No influence. You see, the power of these politicians is in the media.
Sure.
Is in the media.
Media wakikataa kukumulika ni hivyo.
Ndio hivyo. Kama jana Ruto vile aliongea, kama media haingeonyesha, who cares? Who cares?
No one.
So with the likes of Jimmy Wanjigi, me kwangu Jimmy come out as more like mocking guys who want to be president. He's just joking. I mean kwangu naona ni kama
it's a joke.
It's a joke. I don't think Jimmy is gonna vie for presidency.
Well, hey, thank you so much Bushiri Junior. Amenieka moto leo hapa na maneno siasa.
Siasa ni tamu.
Na naona kabisa siasa ni tamu, lakini muda wetu pia umetupea kisogo. And I think that's where we're going to end our session tonight. This has been Maisha Prime Talk and my name is Rida Chebet Kering.
And my name is Bushebi Junior, and I'll stop the politics there.
Let's get ready to rumble! Your world of Maisha is getting an exciting makeover. We're giving your channel a dedicated touch to enhance your viewing experience. Finding what you want, loving it has never been this easy.
Build your capacity. The problem is leadership.
My name is Rida Chebet Kering.
Oh, there you are. Come on, come closer. Let's start this journey together. Get to know one another so we can rise together. Pick me up, hold me, feed me, but it might be messy. Change me, but it might be smelly. Be my playdate. Be my rocking chair. Be my hero.
Because every dad should play an equal role in his baby's life, Pampers is giving 8 weeks of paternity leave to their new dads, hoping to inspire others to give Kenyan dads this opportunity.
Hello 22bet.
Oya, ni aje?
Poa sana.
Unasikia naenda kuingia kwa akaunti yangu napata kuna maziwa rada?
Oh, hiyo ni Euro 2020 cashback. Tunapeana 8% kwa kila game ya Euro.
Hadi kwa kila game?
Hata zenye zimekunywa maji.
Sasa nyinyi ndio mabazeng. Itabidi hadi nimechapia mbogi. Cheki Mamorio. Unasikia kuna 8% cashback ya nini ya Euro ya 22bet.
Get 100% bonus on your first deposit now. SMS join to 29